I knew Charlie Kirk and I worked with him inside and outside of Turning Point USA. And I've got a prophetic word for you and the church as a whole. I spent this last Sunday in Phoenix at Charlie's memorial service, and it was one of the most encouraging and mind-blowing experiences of my entire life. We were seated a few rows back from the stage, oddly enough behind Elon Musk. Now, what the devil thought was going to be a funeral ended up being a full-blown revival service. And I don't even need to say it, this is one of the most, if not the largest and most significant Christian revival in world history. And now back that up by saying that there was 100,000 people in person. We filled 2 different stadiums. Thousands of people were outside and 100 million people saw it. The gospel was preached over a dozen times. But remember, when there's a revival in God's kingdom, there's also a revival in Satan's kingdom. That's right, there's a full-blown demonic revival going on right now. You might know that when Jesus walked the earth, there was more demonic activity than ever before. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there seems to be a lot more demonic activity than ever before. And I'm not saying that the rapture was yesterday, but what I will say is that we're living in the end of the end times. But get this, the prophetic word comes from 1 Corinthians 2:8. Where it says, if the principalities and powers knew what would happen if they crucified Jesus, they never would have done it in the first place. And I know that the principalities and powers that killed, murdered in front of the world Charlie Kirk are having the exact same regrets. Our enemy is old and is full of satanic wisdom, but he is not omniscient and he is not omnipresent. Therefore, those principalities and powers are devastated with regret right now. They are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, thinking that they won while watching a worldwide revival, all triggered by the death of Charlie Kirk. And you know what else the devil's seeing right now? Is Erica Kirk, the Esther of our time, rising from the ashes to take the devil head on. And just how Esther was placed to save the nation of Israel, Erica Kirk is placed to save the United States of America. And Erica is not just modeling Esther, she's also modeling Elizabeth. I'll tell you why. Because from her reign will come and be birthed prophets, teachers, pastors all over. I know right now that there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who were called to ministry, maybe yourself right now. And God's saying, stand up, O mighty warrior, and get trained up. And when Erica Kirk prayed, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, and forgave Charlie Kirk's murderer, it was a moment where God was saying, rise up, O mighty warrior, and fight for me. You might be a construction worker, or a plumber, or a lawyer, or active duty military, but those are worldly titles. It's time for you to pick up your sword, because we are in the midst of one of the most ugly spiritual wars ever. Hey friend, I'd love for you to subscribe, join me on this journey. I'll see you in the comments.